Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Mike Ginsberg Show. I am your host, Mike Ginsberg, and today our topic is going to be about how to cope with age. You know, it can't turn back the clocks. Well, I guess you do once a year, but our internal body clock, so to speak. You just get older and older and older. And I'm one to talk. I'm starting to be pretty old myself. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm so old that I forget things. Like, for example, what was the subject again? Aging. Yeah. Well, nowadays we can make ourselves look younger. My goal is to eventually, when my hair turns white, to have a long enough beard that I get mistaken for Santa Claus anytime. I always thought that would be cool. Santa got a pretty good gig going. I wouldn't mind being Santa Claus. Pretty awesome thing. Of course, years ago. In fact, things were a lot worse. Say 100 years ago. People stay younger longer. They live longer now. People die off pretty young back in the day. And shoot, if you think about it, how do people even survive in the winter? Before Ben Franklin invented electricity, huh? Figure that one out. I still haven't figured out how, what made him think about flying a kite just to invent electricity in the middle of a storm. And I don't know how that translates into, electric heat or TV, but I'm not a genius, I'm not a genius. But I've been around, so I know some things. And the thing that really puzzles me is what in the hell did people do before Wayne Newton invented gravity? That, to me, that was one of mankind's greatest inventions. And when Wayne Newton invented gravity, I don't know what they did. I mean, did he invent gravity just so that the airplane would have to be invented? I've never figured it out. Before, did people just float around? I don't know. I mean, I'm not a genius. I'm just your average old gray-haired freaking wigged out dude who probably burned a few too many in his day. I don't do that anymore. I'm done with those days. I survived them. Some of my friends didn't. But the thing is, my view of things gets kind of twisted because of my partying days, I imagine. But you know what? I could pick up a guitar and remember a song I haven't played since 1974 and remember all the words. Now, I find that kind of weird. So, I don't know what makes that work. Anyhow, I'm just rambling now. Let's see, we talked about the past. Our grandparents had it rougher than we do. We just turn on a light, sit, you don't know something, you just turn the damn computer on, and you're good to go. You know everything. You don't have to know anything because the computer will tell you what you need to know. And so will the TV, for that matter. Well, yeah. I hope you learned something from this experience. And if you didn't, well, I'm sure you learned something. If you didn't learn anything, you figured out more that I'm maybe somewhat of a lunatic. Okay, well, listen, you have a pleasant day, and, if you learned something from this experience, great. If you feel like you just wasted your time watching me, well, I'm sorry. Mike Ginsberg saying goodbye. Have a good day.